Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beginner Speaking Podcast. I am Sophia, and today we are going to practice real, everyday English conversations. This lesson is for beginner and intermediate learners who want to speak naturally in simple daily situations. Real conversations are not always long. Sometimes they are short, friendly, and clear. You may talk at home, at work, at school, in a shop, at a restaurant, on the phone, or with a neighbor. Take a slow breath. Relax your mouth. Today, we will practice the kind of English people use every day. Everyday English is different from textbook English. Textbook English can be correct, but real life often needs quick, simple phrases. People say, "How are you?" "What's up?" "I'm good." "No problem." "Sounds good." "Let me check." "I'll be there soon." Real English uses short answers, polite questions, small reactions, and friendly tone. You do not need to speak like a professor. You need to communicate. Communication means sharing your message so another person understands you. That is the real goal. Let us start with greetings. Greetings are the first words in a conversation. You can say, "Hello," "Hi," "Good morning," "Good afternoon," "Good evening," "Nice to see you," "Nice to meet you." "How are you?" "How is your day going?" For friends, you can say, "Hey, how are you doing?" For work, say, "Good morning. How are you today?" The greeting depends on the person and situation. A warm greeting makes the conversation feel easier. Practice with a calm voice. "Hello, how are you today?" Now let us practice answers to greetings. If someone says, "How are you?" you can answer, "I am good. Thank you. I am doing well. I am okay. I am a little tired, but fine. I am busy, but good." Then ask back, "How about you?" This is important. A conversation goes two ways. Do not answer and stop. Add, "How about you?" For example, "I am doing well, thank you. How about you?" This sounds natural and friendly. Small talk is a simple conversation about light topics. People use small talk before deeper conversation. You can talk about the weather, the day, work, school, food, weekend plans, or simple feelings. For example, "The weather is nice today. It is really hot today. This place is busy." "How was your weekend? Did you have a good day?" These questions are not too personal. They help people feel comfortable. Small talk may feel small, but it opens doors. Let us practice weather conversations. Someone says, "It is cold today." You can say, "Yes, it is very cold. I need a jacket." Someone says, "It is beautiful outside." You can say, "Yes, the weather is perfect." Someone says, "It is raining again." You can say, "I know. I hope it stops soon." Notice the short reactions. Yes, I know, exactly, really, me too. These reactions show that you are listening. Real conversations need reactions, not only long answers. Now, let us talk about asking simple questions. Questions keep conversation alive. You can ask, "What do you do? Where do you live? What are you studying? What do you like to do? How was your day? What did you do today? Are you busy? Do you have any plans?" For beginner learners, use one question at a time. Ask, listen, and answer back. Do not ask too many questions quickly. A conversation should feel like sharing, not an interview. Let us practice daily life questions. "How was your day?" "It was good, but busy." "What did you do today?" "I worked in the morning and studied in the evening." "Do you have plans tonight?" "Not really." "I will rest at home." "What do you usually do after work?" "I usually eat dinner and relax." These answers are simple but natural. Add one detail. One detail makes the answer better. Instead of only "good," say, "It was good, but busy." Instead of only "nothing," say, "Not much." "I stayed home and rested." Now, let us talk about conversations at home. At home, you may talk with family or roommates. You can say, "What are you doing?" "I am cooking. Can you help me?" "Sure. What do you need?" "Did you eat?" "Not yet. I will eat later." "Where is my phone?" "It is on the table." "Please turn off the light." "Okay, no problem." These sentences are daily and useful. Home English is simple. It is about food, cleaning, time, help, and small needs. Let us practice asking for help at home. Could you help me for a minute? Can you pass me the salt? Could you open the window? Can you turn down the music? Turn down means make the sound lower. Can you close the door? Thank you. No problem. In English, please and thank you are important, but tone is also important. Say the sentence with kindness. Can you pass me the salt, please? Thank you. Now, let us talk about conversations at work. Work conversations should be polite and clear. You can say, "Good morning. Do you have a minute? I have a quick question. Could you help me with this task? I am working on the report. I will finish it today. The meeting starts at 10. I need more time. Thank you for your help." At work, short, clear sentences are strong. You do not need difficult words to sound professional. You need respect and clarity. Let us practice work small talk. How is work going? It is going well. It is a little busy today. Are you working on the new project? Yes, I am helping with the first part. Do you need any help? Thank you. I think I am okay for now. Could you check this file? Sure, send it to me. These conversations are common in offices, shops, schools, and many workplaces. Notice polite phrases. Do you have a minute? Could you? Thank you. Sure. Now, let us talk about school conversations. If you study, you can say, "Did you understand the lesson?" I understood some parts, but not everything. Do we have homework? Yes, we have homework for tomorrow. Can you explain this word? Sure. It means, what time does class start? It starts at 9. I forgot my notebook. Can I borrow a pen? These sentences are useful for students. If you do not understand, say, "Could you explain that again?" This is a strong learning sentence. Now let us practice conversations in a shop. A shop conversation often starts with, "Excuse me." You can say, "Excuse me, how much is this? Do you have this in another size? Do you have this in another color? Can I try it on? Where is the fitting room? Can I pay by card? Could I get a receipt, please?" If you are only looking, say, "I am just looking. Thank you." This sentence is useful when a worker asks, "Can I help you?" Let us practice a shop conversation. Worker, "Can I help you?" Customer, "Yes, I am looking for a jacket." Worker, "What size do you need?" Customer, "I need a medium." Worker, "This one is on sale." Customer, "Great. Can I try it on?" Worker, "Yes, the fitting room is over there." Customer, "Thank you." This conversation is simple but real. You can use parts of it in many shops. Remember, "I am looking for" is a very useful phrase. Now, let us talk about restaurant conversations. You can say, "Table for 2, please." "Could I see the menu? What do you recommend?" "I would like chicken soup. Can I have water, please?" "Could we get the bill, please?" "The food is delicious. Thank you." If there is a problem, say, "Excuse me, I think this is not what I ordered." Or, "Could you warm this up, please?" Be polite. Restaurant English uses many requests, so could I and can I are very useful. Let us practice ordering food. Server, "Are you ready to order?" Customer, "Yes. I would like the chicken sandwich, please." Server, "Anything to drink?" Customer, "Water, please." Server, "For here or to go?" Customer, "For here, please." Server, "Anything else?" Customer, "No, that's all. Thank you." These phrases are common. For here means you eat there. To go means you take the food away. Practice them slowly. Now, let us talk about transportation conversations. You can say, "Which bus goes downtown?" "Where is the bus stop?" "Does this train go to the airport?" "How much is a ticket?" "I need one ticket to the city center." "What time does the next bus leave?" "Is this seat taken?" "I think I am on the wrong bus. Could you help me?" Transportation English is important because people often feel nervous when they are lost. Use simple questions. Start with, "Excuse me." Let us practice asking directions. "Excuse me, how do I get to the train station?" Go straight and turn left. "Thank you. Is it far from here?" "No, it is about 5 minutes." Great. Thank you for your help. You can also ask, "Can you show me on the map? Could you repeat that, please?" If you do not understand directions, ask again. Directions are important. It is better to ask twice than to go the wrong way. Now, let us talk about phone conversations. On the phone, you cannot see the other person's face, so you need clear phrases. Say, "Hello, this is Sophia. Is this a good time to talk? I am calling about my appointment. Could you repeat that, please? I cannot hear you clearly. The connection is bad. Can I call you back? Thank you for calling. Talk to you later." Phone English becomes easier when you prepare a few sentences before you call. Let us practice a phone call. "Hello, this is Daniel. I am calling about my order. Could you check the status, please?" The worker says, "Can I have your order number?" Daniel says, "Yes, it is 2,486. The worker speaks quickly. Daniel says, "Sorry, could you repeat that slowly?" The worker repeats. Daniel understands. This is real confidence. Confidence is not understanding everything the first time. Confidence is knowing how to ask again. Now, let us talk about making plans. You can say, "Are you free tomorrow? Do you want to meet this weekend? What time works for you? Let's meet at 3. That sounds good. "Sorry, I cannot make it. Can we meet another day? How about Friday?" Making plans is common with friends, classmates, coworkers, and family. The phrase "works for me" means the time is okay. Say, 3 o'clock works for me, or Friday works for me. Let us practice making plans. Friend, are you free on Saturday? You, yes, I think so. Friend, do you want to get coffee? You, sure. What time? Friend, how about 4? You, 4 works for me. Friend, great. See you then. You, see you. This conversation is short and very natural. You can change coffee to lunch, study, shopping, or walking. The structure stays the same. Are you free? Do you want to? What time? That works. Now let us talk about saying no politely. In real conversations, you cannot always say yes. You can say, "I am sorry, I cannot. I am busy today. Maybe another time. I wish I could, but I have plans. That does not work for me. Can we do it later?" Saying no politely is important. You do not need a long explanation. Short and kind is enough. For example, "I am sorry I cannot come tonight. Maybe next time." This sounds clear and respectful. Now, let us talk about expressing feelings in daily conversation. You can say, "I am happy. I am tired. I am worried. I am excited. I am nervous. I am stressed. I feel better now. I feel a little sad today." Feelings help people understand you. If someone asks, "Are you okay?" you can say, "I am okay, just tired." Or, "I am a little stressed, but I will be fine." You do not need to share everything. One simple feeling is enough. Let us practice reacting to other people's feelings. If someone says, "I am tired," say, "You should rest." If someone says, "I am sick," say, "I hope you feel better soon." If someone says, "I got a new job," say, "Congratulations, that is great." If someone says, "I failed my test," say, "I am sorry to hear that. You can try again." Reactions show care. Without reactions, conversations feel empty. Learn a few kind responses and use them often. Now let us talk about fixing misunderstandings. Misunderstanding means two people do not understand each other correctly. You can say, "Sorry, I did not mean that. Let me explain." "I think you misunderstood me. What I mean is," "Could you say that again? I am not sure I understand." These phrases are very useful. Real conversations are not perfect. People speak fast, make mistakes, and miss details. Good speakers know how to repair the conversation. Let us practice repair phrases. "Sorry, let me say that again. I mean, I need more time. Sorry, I said the wrong word. I meant Tuesday, not Thursday. I am not sure I understand." "Do you mean the meeting is canceled?" These phrases help you continue. Do not panic when a conversation becomes confusing. Use repair language. Repair language is like a bridge. It connects you back to understanding. Now, imagine a learner named Daniel. Daniel studies English every day, but he feels nervous in real conversations. He knows many words, but when someone speaks to him, his mind becomes empty. One morning, he goes to a cafe. The worker asks, "What would you like?" Daniel feels nervous. Then he remembers one simple phrase, "I would like coffee, please." He says it slowly. The worker asks, "For here or to go?" Daniel says, "For here, please." It works. He feels proud. Later that day, Daniel meets a coworker. The coworker says, "How is your day going?" Daniel usually says only, "Good." But today, he adds one detail. "It is good, but a little busy." "How about you?" The coworker answers and smiles. Daniel learns that one extra detail can make a conversation more natural. He does not need perfect English. He needs simple phrases, listening, and courage. Every small conversation becomes practice. The next week, Daniel uses English in a shop, on the phone, at work, and with a friend. He makes mistakes. He forgets words. Sometimes he asks, "Could you repeat that, please?" But he continues. He notices that real conversation is not one big performance. It is many small moments. "Hello, how are you? I need help." "That sounds good. Could you repeat that? Thank you." These small moments build real speaking confidence. You can practice like Daniel. Choose one daily situation today. Maybe ordering food, maybe asking a question, maybe greeting someone. Prepare 3 phrases before the situation. Say them out loud. Then use one phrase in real life if you can. If not, practice alone. Real English grows when it connects to real life. Do not wait until you know every word. Start with the words you already have. Let us build your everyday conversation sentence bank. Hello, how are you? I am good, thank you. How about you? What are you doing today? How was your day? I am just looking, thank you. I would like this, please. Can I pay by card? Could you help me? Could you repeat that? Please. I do not understand. Let me check. Sounds good. That works for me. Maybe another time. Thank you for your help. See you later. Now, let us do final speaking practice. Answer these questions aloud. How do you greet someone in English? What do you say when someone asks, "How are you?" How do you ask for help? How do you order food? How do you make plans? How do you politely say no? What do you say when you do not understand? Pause when you need time. You can answer simply. I say, "Hello, I am good, thank you." I say, "Could you help me, please?" I say, "Could you repeat that?" One more daily habit can help you. At the end of each day, speak 3 real sentences about your life. Today, I worked, I talked to my friend, I studied English for 10 minutes. Tomorrow, I will practice again. These sentences are simple, but they connect English to your real world. When English becomes part of your day, speaking feels less strange. Your mouth learns the rhythm. Your mind learns the patterns. Your confidence grows quietly. Another helpful habit is to collect real phrases from real people. When you hear a useful sentence, write it down. Maybe someone says, "No worries." Maybe someone says, "Let me know." Maybe someone says, "I will get back to you." These phrases are small, but they are powerful. Try to use one new real phrase each day. Do not only memorize it, put it inside a sentence. For example, "Let me know if you need help. I will get back to you later." This is how real conversation language becomes your own voice. Practice slowly and use it in daily life. Before we finish, remember this. Real, everyday English conversations are built with small, useful phrases. You need greetings, questions, answers, reactions, requests, polite refusals, and repair phrases. You do not need long speeches. You need clear words and a friendly tone. Start with hello. Add, "How are you?" Ask one question. Give one detail. React kindly. Ask again if you do not understand. Thank you for listening to Beginner Speaking Podcast. I am Sophia, and I am proud of you for practicing today. Keep listening, keep repeating, and keep using English in real everyday moments. Your English voice is growing, one greeting, one question, and one real conversation at a time.